Dublin bikes are great for getting around the city and reducing your carbon footprint. Diesel cars are great for reducing your carbon footprint, but aren't so great in the city. If you want the best of both worlds in a car, why not go for a petrol hatchback? It's something which hasn't sold in great numbers, but I think will in the years to come. This is the new Skoda Rapid Spaceback, and let me tell you why I think this car and cars like it are really important in the Irish car market. When it comes to family hatchbacks, Skoda have really been dragging their heels in producing something like the Skoda Rapid Spaceback. And if we look at competitors like Ford with their Focus, Volkswagen with their Golf, even before the Corolla became the Corolla and Urus back in 2006 and before that, the Corolla was always a much bigger seller, as were all the other cars, as a hatchback and not as either a liftback or a saloon. And I think hatchbacks are the Goldilocks of the car market. They're neither too big nor too small. Actually, they're just right for what most people in this country need. Let me tell you about a little experiment that Skoda ran very recently. It was called Bring Back Petrol, and I took part in it. I was also part of the winning team, I needed to get that in there as well, but we returned 4.3 litres per 100 kilometres across 4 cars in the Skoda range. Not just any old 4 cars, 4 petrol cars. That means we were getting 67 miles per gallon in a car which plenty of Irish buyers shun because they think it's not going to be frugal enough. If you needed any more proof to the contrary, there you have it. As I'm driving through the city, the Skoda Rapid Spaceback feels really at home because of the 1.2 TSI petrol engine. It's so nice, having driven diesel cars so much this series, to get into a good, proper petrol car. I mean, 75% of all new cars sold this year will be diesel cars. You're not saving that much money. Okay, a Golf GTI, someone with a bit of taste. One of the main problems for me when I'm talking about the Spaceback is that I can't mention space without just sounding like I just keep saying space, but actually there is quite a lot of room in here. If, like me, you do a lot of driving around the city and you want any more reasons for going for the petrol model, well, it's €2,000 cheaper than the diesel equivalent. This is the Ambition spec. It costs €19,350, and for that you get a multifunction steering wheel, an aircon and Bluetooth. But you can get an upgrade called a tech pack, and that comes with things like sat nav and cruise control. Now, that usually drives the value up a little bit. In actual fact, it's €800 worth of extras that you get in the tech pack. But Skoda will give them to you for just $250. This might sound like a bit of a contradiction, but I like the sunroof and I also don't like the sunroof. I like it because it means that you're not quite claustrophobic in here, and even when you pull this closed, this little net here isn't really dark, so it stays nice and bright inside. The problem is I can't reach the blind in the back from the driver's seat, and because I've no rear passengers, I can't ask them to move it forward either, so I have to pull over to the side of the road like this if I want to move it forward. Not a major deal, but just something I thought I'd mention. The other thing is the armrest. Once I fiddle about with it like I tend to do, it means that it impedes a little bit here on the handbrake. So in order to get it back into the normal position, you have to kind of do some sort of jostling with it. I've never ever been able to work one of these armrests properly. I would prefer one that has a bit of a telescopic arm on it. I can pull it back and slide it forward. Still not a major deal. The car is a little bit simple, but refreshingly so. It is quite easy to drive, easy to hop in and just start using it straight away. I mean, this one comes with sat nav. It has a button even called nav, so I don't have to go through anything. And you also get a multi-function steering wheel, but now I'm going to show you the boot. Now, with a name like Spaceback, you would expect there to be a lot of room back here, and there is. The funny thing is, there's actually 135 litres less in the hatchback version than there is in the traditional liftback Skoda Rapid. But for a hatchback, this is a pretty cavernous boot. Loads will go in there. I wouldn't have any issue about space if I was buying one of these.